back to another segment of the Fab Life, and wasn't that snippet, that video clip, so amazing? But folks, fabulous folks, that was just a teaser. And here with me to ask me all these wonderful, fabulous questions is my good friend, Dania. I almost called you Tina Turner.
You almost
but
did.
we're not doing our show yet right now. We're later you'll see us later. You'll see us transform into Geezy and Tina Turner.
Yes.
But not at the moment.
But
no.
not Tina Turner.
Yeah.
Tina Turnip.
Turnip, yeah.
Turnip, like
Yes.
the vegetable. So.
Like a vegetable, yes, and vegetables are healthy. Yes, so I just came from my trip from New York, and I know, I mean, you're so sweet. You kept on messaging me this whole time.
Oh.
like, and from the moment that I set foot in New York, I was so exhausted, like extremely exhausted.
Oh, okay.
A bit of a drama going on at the airport because like I did not have the money to pay for my luggage, at JetBlue because I so happened, this is so embarrassing, but anyhow, yeah, I mean, I was expecting my paycheck to arrive, the midnight before travel, and it didn't come, because there was a memorial, day Monday, so obviously the corporate offices are closed on that day. So my paycheck came like a day late. Perfect timing,
My
right?
goodness. Well, thank God you weren't stuck in New York, and that is
No, thank God that I
hometown.
wasn't stuck here in Vegas because I wouldn't have, I wouldn't have traveled to New York, and, people in New York, well, some were waiting for me to cover this event.
Wow.
So.
Boy, that's great. But at least you got there. That's the good thing, is that you did
Yes,
get there.
that I did,
So
yeah.
tell us about the Manhattan Fashion Week.
The Manhattan Fashion Week is basically, this was organized by Velson Veles, a Filipino guy, wonderful guy, by the way, who lives in Queens. And I found out with his sisters, two sisters, they organized this Manhattan Fashion Week to promote Filipino designers from the Philippines. But now it changed a little bit because now even a guy who's not Filipino was able to participate in it. So it's looking good, and probably one of these days, Velson, I'm going to suggest something to you, since now you have opened the door a little bit for people from other nationalities, and maybe this Manhattan Fashion Week could be a venue for people who can't afford or are not accepted in the New York Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week,
Right.
which is only created for like the super super big international
Yes.
New York designers like Alexander Wang, Jason Wu, Philip Lim, my gosh, they're all Asians. Marc Jacobs, Michael Kors, and all that. They, all of them, they show at the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. But it's very difficult to penetrate that circle of, the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, because you need to be part of the Council of the Fashion Designers of America. And there's certain criteria for you to get accepted over there. And my suggestion to Velson is just open it up some more for people who don't have the opportunity for that, and use this as a platform to get them to that level, because you're exposing them, you're exposing the artists, the designers, their work, and Maria and I will expose it, in the social media shows, and yes, Fab Life, and Let's Talk World
Yes.
with Maria. Yeah, so here we are. We are here. There's power in the media.
Yay.
And social media is worldwide. So
Yes.
I'm Mr. Worldwide and she's Mademoiselle Worldwide. And the woman behind the camera, she says, I'm not ready for the camera yet. So she's over there. She's Miss Worldwide as well. So, did you have any questions for me?
I sure do. My first question is, who did your hair?
Okay.
I kind of, when I first saw it, I said, what did he do? And then actually, I kind of like it. It had to grow on
She
me.
kind of likes it. I
Now,
like it. It has grown on you.
it's like you want to portray. Is it the feeling I'm getting is that you want to portray that part of you is this way, part of you is that way. We're all combined with different
I know. I really
different
wanted to.
things about our personality.
Yeah, I wanted to do just like a quarter of it,
Uh-huh.
but it my bad that I asked the beautician to part it in the middle, and like she looked at me, because it originally it was just quarter of it,
Oh, I
but
see.
then I went overboard and my scalp got burned
Wow.
in the middle of, where was that, on West Street somewhere.
Was that? I'm from New York, so
Yeah.
that's a little further south.
Meatpacking district, very. Initially I wanted to go to Bumble and Bumble because that is the trendy hair salon right
Right.
now, and everybody goes to Bumble and Bumble now.
Okay.
And so I went there, and you know how New York is. I mean, you know how Chelsea, Soho, the
Mhm.
Village is kind of a little bit scruffy looking, but like very hip and
Right.
fashionable.
Yes.
A lot of construction going on.
Yes.
A lot of construction, a lot of scaffolding.
Yes.
And so I went to Bumble and Bumble, and I was like, okay, where the heck is Bumble and Bumble? And then this tall gentleman was like, excuse me, may I help you? I'm looking for Bumble and Bumble. And then he said, it's on the 6th floor. And then I just looked at my companion. I said, it's on the 6th floor. Well, can you believe that it's on the 6th floor?
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen anything like this because here in Vegas, everything is on the 1st floor.
Right.
You want to go to a beauty parlor, it's like right there on the 1st
Yes.
floor.
Yes.
You don't need to take the elevator and go to the 6th floor.
I'm from New
So-
York, and I know that a while ago there was a very, very good hairstylist, and he used to teach in the school that what do you call it? Fashion design school,
Mhm.
where they learn different types of hairstyles. And he was upstairs. But
Yeah.
my guy was awesome. I mean, when I got here in Las Vegas, I could never find anybody as awesome as he was, and great price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
So it seemed like you had a good time.
I had a good time, but at the same time, it was a little bit nerve-wracking, because this was the first time that I just went out there and I just launched out there. I stepped out in faith and had the audacity to borrow somebody's professional camera and see if I could do this. But here in the social media, we have another show called Saved by Grace, and here is social media. A few of us are people of faith. Even my director, person of faith, of course. Like, we don't cram our beliefs on others' throat, but I was walking by faith the whole time.
That's
And
awesome.
even if I was afraid, I was anxious, about to have a nervous breakdown. And of course, it didn't help that somebody over there was telling me, "Oh, you're forgetful because you're getting old." So I kept on saying, "I
Oh,
rebuke
boy.
that in the name of Jesus." and then but she's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. So I'm okay.
I can imagine that's actually like being sort of an almost another side of the world. And for me, when I lived in New York, well, I was born and raised there. I got into the flow. There's a certain flow you get in when you get on the subway. There's a flow. When you walk down the street, when you have a
There's
lot
a
of people
flow
around,
to
there's a flow
everything.
to everything. Lunchtime, everybody's leaving the office buildings, going to find somewhere to eat.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I lived there, but I loved it because there was so many creative venues and places to go dancing or just hang out. I mean, it's just one party after the next, and just a lot of good fun, you know.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
that was a while ago. So, is it still like that back in my
Well,
hometown?
it's intense.
More
It's
intense.
yeah.
Okay.
It's very intense. You go to the subway and it's intense, and God forbid you trip, stumble, and fall. Because you have to, like, over there, I feel like you really need to hit the ground running and like literally and figuratively. And my friend even noticed,
Yeah.
hey JC, why like you're on a vacation? Why it seems like you're pressed for time, and it seems like you're in a hurry. Like it seems like you're becoming like one of us. And I said, I'm on a time crunch.
Oh,
And then
right.
she was like, you're becoming a New Yorker.
That's
Because
yeah.
like I was just thinking about the time. Okay,
Mm.
like at a certain time I have to be this, be this, not be in this place at a
Mhm.
certain time. I have to shower, get dressed, get out, ride on the subway, and be here in a certain time because they're meeting me like in that place. It's just yeah. So in that period of time, my
Mhm.
weekend, I was like, I became a New Yorker.
Oh, you
What
became
can
a New Yorker.
Yeah, I became a New Yorker.
A native
Yeah.
New Yorker.
Yeah, you're a native New Yorker.
You know, when I lived
Yes.
in New York, you could always don't take offense in this, but
No.
we would always laugh at the tourists because they all did this, looking up at the
Oh yeah,
top
yeah,
of the
yes,
Now, did
absolutely.
you look up at the top of the building?
Not so much because this is my second time in New York, and I did not have time for that. Didn't have any time to look up nor to look down.
Oh, okay.
The only time that I looked up was with a video cam because I also videotaped the Oculus, that $1 billion structure
Oh my
that's
goodness.
in Ground Zero. You know, I had to make
Oh.
a mini documentary of that, and you guys will see it in one of the episodes of Fab Life. You guys will see that, and it's beautiful. It's like the skeleton of a prehistoric bird that landed, like in downtown Manhattan.
Amazing,
Yeah,
amazing.
and plus it's the cleanest spot right now in New York.
In New York.
You go in there and it's like, how come everything is spotless and clean? It's alien.
Yeah, that's New York
and,
for
and,
you.
and the rest is all dirty and scruffy looking, you know, the streets, and you go to the subway and it's like, oh my gosh.
Yes,
You know?
I know. But you know what? I used to work in the world trade when it was up, and that was the best place in the world to work because they had jazz from 12 to 2 every day.
Mhm.
So I would go downstairs, get my lunch, go hop in one of those places, or take something to go, or bring something from home, and sit there and listen to jazz for the whole hour while I was on lunch. I just thought it was awesome.
Yes, yeah, that
I
is.
was- So,
yeah.
I mean, it still breaks my heart when I think about that, but look how life goes on. And the building, the Ephesus that you're talking about, is
Mhm.
even better, grander
Yeah.
than one could ever imagine. So,
And now they're
It's
building the
beautiful.
West Side Rails. It's Hudson Yards. It's going to be phenomenal.
oh,
It's like going to be like a mini Dubai over there, with
goodness.
all these glass towers and buildings, and it's gonna be the first Neiman Marcus ever in New York City. Yeah, so it's really, really. Do we have time, Lisa?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm. She has a question.
Explain to me the one behind you on your screen.
The one behind me on my screen.
Yes, the one that's running behind.
Well, the
It's the
Manhattan
rehearsal, yeah.
Manhattan Fashion Week.
The rehearsal behind you. The rehearsal.
Oh, that was we came in early. My friend Carla and I came in early, and they were rehearsing. And oh yes, yeah, that was during the rehearsal. Oh, and that's me right there.
There you go.
That's me.
You look
Oh
like a
my
soldier.
Like a soldier.
That your hair looks like a soldier's hat.
Oh my! Now there's two of me. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. See, now they're prepping and had a little bit of yeah. Well, not dress rehearsal, but rehearsal and
Say hi to Belson.
hi, Velson, you're watching. Oh my gosh. And I haven't tagged you yet, and you're watching. That's wonderful. Thank you for watching. Velson is the organizer of Manhattan Fashion Week.
That's
So
wonderful.
say hello to Velson.
Velson.
She's from New York. She's from Brooklyn, right?
No, nice part of the Bronx. I always say nice part of
Oh.
the Bronx because people say, oh, the
She
Bronx.
comes
No,
from
not
the
the
nice
South
part
Bronx.
of the Bronx. Yeah.
At the top of the.
So
actually,
now, up next, they will have more questions about my trip to New York.